Hi there, welcome to Yaya's Reading Nook. My name is Stephanie. If this is your first time here, welcome aboard. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. Well, today I am going to do a little bit more than tiny book haul. And it's because the end of the month, like next Friday the 27th, is my birthday. And of course, I'm going to have to work on it. But the next day I'm going to McKay's and I have credit. I'm going to have birthday money I've been saving up for myself. And I'm hoping to turn in some more books for more credit. So I plan on having a good haul next week. You see. But, Stephanie, you say, you said you weren't going to haul any books from February to the end. And for that I say, I'm a big fat fibber. But all of these books, well, 3 of these books had already been pre-ordered. One of them I bought last month, and I don't know that I talked about it, for the March book club at Parnassus Books in Nashville. And the others, one was a book of the month pick, and then there were 2 add-ons, and then one was for my birthday. So one really wasn't a buy, it was a freebie. And I'm going to keep telling myself that. So there you go. And another one I'm not sure that I've said anything about, I bought in McKay's last month too. When I just drove by there because Carly with She's Becoming Bookish has her Fable book club. Link her below, and then you can go to her channel and BBFF, I think that's what it is, but it's on Fable. Anyway, all that to say, I got some books to show you. So, we're going to start with what I pre-ordered. No, we're going to start with what I already bought last month because I don't feel guilty doing it that way. The first one I bought is going to be for the Parnassus Book Club for March, and it's The House of Doors by Tan Tuan Ing, I think. The lady that runs the book club, she's read it once before, and she's reading it again, and she said it's a really fast read. Fast for her is maybe a day and a half, 2 days. Fast for me is a week and a half. I didn't finish the Heaven and Earth grocery store for book club, but I am loving it, so I'm going to finish it. It will be in my February wrap-up, which I better get to reading it really quick. Anyway, this is for March book club at Parnassus. And then we have The Vanishing Half by Brit Bennett. It was really, really popular when it first came out. This is for Carly at She's Becoming Bookish's Fable book club. I know a little bit about it. It was twin sisters. One passes for white when they're both light-skinned black girls. And, you know, their lives growing up, not growing up, but after. And it is a book of the year. It's 2020 book of the year. I think it maybe was for Goodreads, maybe, but this was book of the month, so maybe it was book of the month. I don't know. It doesn't say what it was from. It just says book of the year 2020. So the next one is my automatic buys, pre-orders, and the first one that showed up is Stolen in Death by J.D. Robb, aka that's Nora Roberts writing as J.D. Robb. This is like book 62 or 63 in the series. I have read every one of them. I have all of the Blue Lady books, which I've been fortunate enough to find at like a quarter, 50 cents at McKay's bookstore. They are boxed up because I don't want them to get messed up. But the really cool thing about this is, not this part, but this part. It is a Can You Crack the Code? And this is her inside of the book. What do you call these things? So I know nothing about this one. And I don't want to know. You know my mantra. If I knew, I wouldn't read it. So, hoping to get started on that one soon. I may take it with me in April because I'm working on an assessment for a heart transplant. And I am going to be at the hospital at least 3 days, all day long. Like starting at 7:30 in the morning to like 2 in the afternoon. don't know about this whole assessment thing, y'all. And this one came yesterday. These next two came yesterday. They were, one was an automatic buy author that I do, and the other one was, I just like the name of the book. I tried to win off Goodreads, and I haven't gotten picked yet, so I bought it because I may be going to a retirement home one day. My kids may say, got a little nursing home, retirement home down the road, Mama? That's where you're going. But anyway, the first one is Kate Quinn's The Astral Library. And the back says, have you ever wished you could live inside a book? So I think this is part historical fiction, part maybe fantasy or magical realism. Yeah, I don't know what it's about, except that this girl goes to, is it a library? Have you ever wished you could live inside a book? Welcome to the Astral Library, where books are not just objects, but doors to new worlds and lives and a new future and new futures. So I guess somebody goes to this Astral Library looking for a better life than what they already have. I don't know. But Kate Quinn is a automatic buy author for me, kind of like Kristen Hannon, Kristen Harmel, and J.D. Robb. They could do no wrong. And the next one that came with it was I'm Not the Only Murderer in My Retirement Home by Fergus Craig. I can knit. I choose to crochet more than I knit. But this is about a lady, she's in her 70s, and she spent the last 30 plus years in prison because she was convicted of being a serial killer, of killing 7 people. Unlike Too Old for This, that I read last month, that lady was a serial killer. She was retired like this little lady, but she was never found guilty, so she never went to prison. This little mama spent 30 plus years in prison, and all she's looking forward to is her retirement home and peace and quiet. And I started it, and I just got to the point where she has, she showed up at the retirement home, and the people knew she was coming. I guess like her parole officer or whatever set it up for her to come there. So they knew she was coming, and they were probably expecting somebody crazy, you know, looking. And she's just this little old lady with her one little tiny suitcase full of clothes. And they're like, well, where's your furniture? Did you bring your furniture? Did you bring clothes? Did you bring books? Did you bring yada, yada, yada? And she's like, no, just this. So she has a nice little apartment. She has a bed all to herself instead of a too thin mattress. And she loves her bed. And she has a balcony patio that she can sit outside and watch the world go by. So somebody in here is going to die. It's not going to be her fault. I bet you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing that one, getting that one read. But there's a few I need to finish up first because it's almost the end of the month. And for my book of the month, who does not sponsor me, my pick for this month was My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney. I have most of her books. Have I read them? No. I've read, I think, didn't she do Daisy Darker? That one I listened to and I loved. So Rhonda over at Rhonda Holden, this is her March or her February pick for her book club. So I want to try to get it read. Like I said, there's nobody here today. I'm off until Monday, and I only have to work half day Monday. So anyway, this one was my pick for February. My 2 add-ons, because I just got to add on, and I couldn't figure out which one I really wanted. So I had some spare change, and I said, well, I'm going to put it towards these 2 books. The first one is The Excess by Leodora Darlington. I like the back. And it says, love brings out the villain in all of us. Ooh. So apparently there's an ex or several exes that don't like the one that dumped them. But it's a twisty thriller. That's all we need to know, right? Right. The next one I got, because this one has another author that I really like, is Mary Kubica's It's Not Her. What do I know about it? It's Mary Kubica, and I like Mary Kubica, so there. No, it says it's a stunning discovery, a shocking investigation, a truth no one could have imagined. Courtney Gray's tranquil family vacation is shattered when she hears a blood-curdling scream from the lakeside cottage next door. Then she finds the lifeless bodies of her brother and sister-in-law. Her teenage niece, Reese, is nowhere to be found, while her nephew, Wyatt, lies asleep upstairs and unharmed. As the police descend on the quiet resort town, disturbing secrets about Courtney's family start to emerge. When she learns that the town has secrets of its own, it makes her wonder if Reese is another victim in a brutal crime or if she's the killer. Courtney begins to unravel the terrible mystery, but everyone around her has something to hide, and the closer she gets to the truth, the harder it is to see. Well, Mary, you did it again, didn't you? Another one that's probably going to be a 5-star. And since this is my birthday, and Book of the Month likes to treat you to a book on your birthday, I decided to get something kind of, I think it's quirky. And it's How to Kill a Guy in 10 Days by Shaylee Thompson. And this is about two girls. I kind of like read a synopsis of it. Dating is cutthroat in this swoony and scary slasher rom-com. And it's about two girls who go to a speed dating thing and people start dying. I'm assuming it's the guys. Isn't this cute? Oh my gosh. I'd buy it just for that. How to survive a slasher. Don't have sex. Always hide for longer than you think you should. Find a weapon. Turn on the light. Don't split up. Watch your back. Don't run up the stairs. You know, that's the dumbest thing these people in these movies do. Run up the stairs. Don't say, I'll be right back, because you won't. That last little bit I added. Sobriety equals survival. Yeah, they're all drunk or high, and they run upstairs to the one room that doesn't have a window. I mean, I wouldn't mind breaking an ankle, jumping out a window, trying to save myself from a slasher. And dawn doesn't mean dead. Oh, down doesn't mean dead. Double tap. So yeah, this sounds like it's going to be fun. I don't know if this is her debut. I've never heard of her before. But if it is, and it's real good, she's going to have a lot to live up to. Yeah, it's her debut novel. Cool. Anyway, that's my little book haul for now. I'll come back on the day after my birthday. That's when I'm going to McKay's because I have to work on my birthday, which I originally wasn't supposed to, but things got changed around at work, and it's fine. It's fine. At least we get to work. So if you've read any of those, let me know what you thought of them. If you haven't read them, which ones do you want to read? Do you have any more suggestions for me to go out and look for when I go to McKay's, like a book that I should probably look for? Let me know what you've been reading. If you've read any of these books, I can pick them up. Because I know probably when I get back from McKay's, I'm not going to be able to pick Jack up. And I don't mean Jack, my nephew. I mean, or my grandson. I mean Jack. So, here we go. You know, have you read any of these books? If so, which ones? What did you think of them? If not, are any of these on your radar to read? Here you go. There you go. Little House of Doors. So, that's all I got for you. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much. How about giving me a thumbs up? If you haven't subscribed yet, think about subscribing. When I hit 40 subscribers, we'll do a Q&A. I was going to do it at 28, but nobody asked me any questions. So, we'll say 40. because that's how old my oldest son is. Oh, and also, I will be going for assessments in April for a heart transplant, and I had thought about doing a separate YouTube channel, like regarding that, regarding all the visits and what you go through and everything. Do I know that I'm for sure going to get a heart, be offered a heart, or be offered to go on the transplant list? Be offered to go on the transplant list? No, I do not. Does my doctor think I need to go ahead and start the assessments? Yes, she does. Why? Because my heart's getting worse. I'm not too sick yet, but I'm not too well either. Which, I don't know what all that means. I guess this whole assessment thing I'm doing, it's going to take at least 2 to 3 weeks. So if any of that might interest you, if you know someone who's has a weak heart that may be needing a transplant down the line, let me know. And I will make separate videos and you can watch them and see my process, what I have gone through as a heart victim. Sounds like my heart beat me up. As a person with a defective heart issue. And, you know, you may glean something from what I went through. So anyway, that's all I have for now. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't like this video, don't do this. It will make me cry. Not really, I don't cry, but, you know, whatever. Think about subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.